we're getting that ApocaLips comedy show. Starts at 7.
Here's the stewardess going up and a Canadian right behind her.
Right. If you can help the audience get in on the show, Mike, folks here, you need to know a little bit about it.
Please get your virtual ticket at our virtual ticket vending machines. These are lovely, and these are all in the bank that Zoe Deschanel uses, as you can see.
Right, and she's pumped. There's no fees.
Absolutely, she's a very inept person about to sing the Comintern. You're supposed to turn your fist out to the front. If you're going to support communism, learn how to do it right.
Right, and there's Gladys, our cashier.
Speaking of learning how to do it right, tell me things about her.
So we've got, welcome Holly. We'll let Holly get checked in. You know how Gladys likes to greet all of our
Gladys Frolicky is our MC's favorite.
So
favorite cashier.
She happens to be
two entries in the book of World Records, the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes.
Both for being the fastest cashier in the world.
Hello. Hello. Most items per minute and most
and
let's not
most staff members at the Piggly Wiggly in Nashville, Tennessee.
Right. Most staff.
Within 7 minutes. It was an amazing thing. Judy Baxter
is the politest dick joke we made all year. Want to thank Judy Baxter. I'm sure she'll be here shortly. She's one of our VIP customers today.
She is lovely and named after Hazel's employers on the Hazel television show from the 60s. A lot of people know that.
And we'll also welcome Holly and the rest of our virtual balcony general admission audience.
The virtual balcony is where we seat the people that I know. Oh, Ian Shenholm is here.
And try not to, take the way Gladys says balcony different than hello to the VIPs. She's a bit snide, but she means well.
Yes. You're sitting in the balcony. Oh, it's up those stairs. Can you still handle stairs, honey?
Right.
That was rude. We docked her some pay a little while ago. And,
right. Well, Mike, watch this sweet spotlight move as we spotlight Stacey Sanders from Elevating Connections. And that's some pretty flawless camera work. And
looks like old people be knowing what to do.
Right. Old people do be knowing how to use the Zoom, right, Mike? You know who knows how to take care of kids who are separated from their siblings by foster care, Mike? None other
they do, as a matter of fact, but I'm going to let the person who does it explain it herself.
We all do. It's like living in a yellow submarine. We all know that this next person is just terrific at taking care of the youth who are separated from their siblings, which is terrible. But we need to have a foster care system. It happens sometimes, and they get a big
Sadly, not everyone is a perfect parent.
And lots of love from Stacey Sanders. Hi, Stacey. Welcome to the ApocaLips. And how are you this week?
I'm good. Hi, Chuck. Hi, Mike. Thank you so much. That was amazing camera work. I'm impressed. I'm right there on my face.
It really brings out the red in your glasses.
Yes. Excellent. So thanks as always there's Judy. She's my board president, and I'm thrilled to have her here just so you get the connection because it's connecting people.
Hello, Judy. Thanks for coming.
So what we do in a nutshell.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hey. Great to see you all.
Thank you.
Yep, I've got a few guests with me, so I'm going to let you entertain them.
Excellent. And you know what? Stacey has just begun her first of 2 spiels tonight about elevating connections. So
all right,
we'll get on with that.
Thank you. So we do 2 things. We reunite siblings separated in foster care because that's a thing. Sometimes when kids are removed from their parents' home, they can't be in the same home for a variety of reasons. So we offer support and activities and camp, which we just finished a couple of weeks ago. And we're really excited about that because we had to pivot from an overnight camp to a day camp. And we are the only camp to belong that was able to do that across the country. And we did it well. And after 2 weeks, we got no positive COVID reports. So, hey, success.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sweated that out for a couple of weeks, not gonna lie. But we did a good job protecting everybody and making a really great week for our kids. And we have some connecting events coming up this fall. Those are activities where we get them together for just fun days. And I would like to just say that our first one on September 12th is paid for because of the nice folks who book shows with Chuck and Mike and Steven and all sorts of folks through Colorado Comedy Shows. So that's not a small deal for us to be able to put something on safely in the park for the kids and have that fee covered. Because we're all volunteers right now. So none of us get paid to do this work. So every single dime we raise right now goes to our kids. So thank you.
You're very welcome. And I was trying to follow up on the news from the weekend. I've been doing checks, which is very fun. Thank you, world, for all the fun business we're doing. But this month I set like a goal that I thought was unachievable. And then I was realizing, I think, like I've exceeded this month's goal, and therefore we've donated a little more than we were expecting to you. And then I saw you post today that one of your upcoming events is paid for, and can you just double refresh me? What is that event, and what does it mean when you get the kids together? And then we're going to start the apocalypse, but we interrupted you so much, and this stuff is super important, what you do. So what were we able to pay for by Steve Young and I going over mountain passes and coming back?
Which I appreciate, as do my kids.
And the whole team covered a whole other show, and we've had so many private shows. So it's been a big growth month. So I was unable to pay attention. We paid for something, and I think it's going to be cool. So what was it that we were able to help you achieve?
So what you've all done is help us put on our first in-person connecting event with siblings since the pandemic started. So we're going to take a few sibling groups at a time, so like 3 at a time, to the park. They're going to have lunch. They're going to make terrariums. It's just an art project, fun little thing to do together. They're going to play yard games and just spend time being kids with their siblings. And that is not a small thing.
No, it's
because of the pandemic, they've had a harder time spending time together. So we're giving them an opportunity to just be kids and do things that sometimes they would do with their siblings. So the fact that we get to buy the terrariums, that we get to buy the lunch for the kids and probably serve 6 sibling groups is what we're going to try and do that day very safely, is not a small deal. And I'm very, very grateful.
Right. So, in the traditional family home, my world, when I grew up, if we wanted to put a terrarium together, we go down in the basement, we do that. When you're separated from your sibling by the foster care system, there's 2 sets of foster parents that have to navigate to get together. And that's how you train, and the people you work with, you understand how to do all that. So it's not as simple as you say. I understand how complex it is. I appreciate every one of our team who pulled off all those great events. And on we go with a super badass comedy show with some, I'm gonna just pre-apologize. There might be some mediocre camera switching throughout the event, but we'll just, we'll make do with what we got, right?
Yeah, we're working on the technical stuff.
Right. So if you are watching on the YouTube and care to donate, direct, go learn more about Elevating Connections. We love what they do, and we'd love to hear that this results in donations that way. Judy, welcome. You're a VIP guest. Gladys said hello to you just before you got here.
This is where we seat our VIP guests.
You've got a seat down below, and please respect the social distancing. Up in the balcony, Holly and a few of our other guests, just be careful up there.
I'd like to shout out all my peeps from Michigan sitting in the balcony. You'll recognize them by the automatic weapons and the lack of masks.
Right, you're a draw, Langworthy. You're a draw.
I certainly am. I draw fire, if nothing else. Am I right?
Hello. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's just get started with the ApocaLips Comedy Show. Mike, good to see you.
Good to see you, Chuck.
here on the stage.
Feels like it's been a week.
It's totally been a week. I noticed something fun in your hand there, champagne. I think we're celebrating all the fun.
We
charity.
love the champagne. I'm a big fan of champagne in all respects except the alcohol, because my head just swells up. It swells like a big gold balloon.
Right. And
Wait a minute, that's not a big gold balloon.
that's not a big gold balloon, Mike.
Oh,
That's your
no.
Golden Globe. And
I am so embarrassed. Is that my Golden Globe?
I-
Is that one of my Golden Globes? Oh my God, I feel so. I'm just, you know, we come in, we try to do our best. You come in the morning, you work all hours. You're not looking for reward. You're not. You're not saying, hey, I wish I could just win a Golden Globe or work on an Emmy-winning show. You know, that's just gravy for the people that happens like me. And in the meantime, what I'm saying is we just do it for the love of it, and of course the tremendous amount of money that we make. So that's my take on the whole situation. My avatar there was one selected by Chuck because he said, you know, Mike is an old, craggy, fat, wrinkled man, and he's not ugly enough. So let's come up with an avatar that really humiliates the shit out of him. So I appreciate the kind of care that you've taken for that.
Right.
But you know, there are things that I can still do though.
Right.
So,
I like for you to be well represented. Speaking of well represented, Mike, our sponsor, we have a brand new sponsor called Plan to Vote, Please.
Absolutely.
So we did so well with Please Wear a Mask that we picked up a brand new sponsor, and it's called
Absolutely.
Plan to Vote.
Plan to vote.
Please.
Anyone who's on the show tonight, make sure you plan to vote, and every vote that you put in the fall directly benefits.
Right.
the
As
ApocaLips.
often as you can, plan to vote.
Vote early and action. Yeah, vote like you were a Chicago alcoholic, people.
Right.
3 times a day.
Right. And so, you know, I'm assuming you're registered. If you're not, let's maybe, if we can help you make a plan to get registered, that'd be terrific. You know, but if you're planning to vote this fall, please just, now's a good time to make a plan to vote. And Mike will do all those cool moves in his really sweet Ferrari, thanks to your planning to vote. Mike, jam-packed show today, and take us to the writer's room. This week we made a little decision, thought we'd forego the idea of a monologue, and just I know you've got some burning hot new stand-up comedy that we want to get.
Well, I can't, I'm a little distracted. I can't do the comedy right now because I'm looking right here and I'm faced with something in our writer's room that wasn't there before and is there now, blocking the view. In the back there, I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, that is a Kennedy Center award that belongs to the other co-hosts of this show.
Gosh, Mike, I can't believe the laziness and sloth that I might be guilty of today, but I did seem to leave my Kennedy Center award out there. And I'm glad to, you know, have it recognized. That's just a little embarrassing. Mike, we can't all win awards for things like innovation in teaching, or learning how to use Zoom, or admitting that sometimes there are sound systems that run off apps. Yeah, Mike, I won't be bitter about that, and I'm not going to bring it up subtly through shows over the next couple of months. Well, I take
those of you who don't know, one of the faculty members did not.
Let's not, you know, come on. We'll string that.
No, I'm not saying a faculty member of a where you teach. God forbid it would be a place where you teach. I'm just saying that there are people in the educational community who are not as technically savvy as Chuck is.
Right. Let's just say it's time to win another Kennedy Center Award. Round 2, 2021.
That's all I'm saying.
You know, so anyway, Mike, you have been on Fuego earlier in the pre-show and such. I wanted to cut to you right when you were itching your ear. That was,
thank you for doing
I have my notes here.
Because people don't think I'm old enough. You know what I mean? With the guy with a monocle. I mean, who even wears monocles? There hasn't been a monocle seen in public since the fall of Germany in 1945.
Right. Well,
I do my research. I know when the monocles are shown.
right.
I'm saying.
But weren't you playing the improv that night? What
No,
I'm
I wasn't
trying
playing
to say,
improv. I was
well,
I was at Grossinger's, as a matter of fact.
well, what I'm trying to say is we have a hot crowd, fun people. Feel free, if you'd like, everybody, if you're new to our show, feel free to turn on your mic and share your wicked awesome laugh. Or sit idly and stare at Mike. He's going to do some of his very fun new stand-up comedy, and then we've got a slew of comedians to introduce you to tonight.
How about that Eisenhower, folks, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen?
He's screwing up the country. I just want to own that up front, because everybody thinks I'm 1,000 years old anyway. It looks like old people be still trying to do comedy, I hear.
Right.
Cats.
Please welcome the original Zoom comedian, Mike Langworthy, ladies and gentlemen.
I was the in-flight entertainment on the Spirit of St. Louis. I'm not saying I'm old. I'm not saying I'm old. But I had a spot on lifeboat number 12 in the Titanic.
Wow.
Yes. I just did a quick 5 because I was needed in the lounge. I was rosining the band leader's bow. I'm just saying some of us are older than others. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't make me bad. It doesn't make me a bad person. It just makes me old, Hey, Mike, what was it like writing your first set list on a cave wall in the south of France? That's not supportive. We're supposed to be a brotherhood. You all just think about that as you're sitting around your high class, Mies van der Rohe units in some town in Germany now that they've rebuilt and they're the #1 country in the world, huh? Who knew? Thought they lost World War II? Wrong. Sorry, I get a little hot. I'm sorry. It's the way I am. I'm a little hot. I get hot with people, and I'm sorry about that. I just, nobody knows because I hate it. So like I used to do a joke about how women would be so nice to me until I'd ask them out, and then they go, "Me go out with you?" And then they would just be like, hysterical for 10 minutes. And now it's just like, looks like old people be wanting to date again. Shut up about the age. That's all I'm saying. I used to be able to urinate halfway up a wall from halfway across the room. Lost a lot of girlfriends that way, by the way. They don't like that, especially when they're not there after you've broken up. Because maybe you do have a few problems. Just saying. Stacey. Sorry it went the way it did, Stacey. Anyway, you got a tail light out, by the way. Not that I'm following you. No, I'm just saying, let's just leave that aside for the same. There's enough things that annoy me that I don't have to talk about my age for it. I used to be able to urinate halfway up the side of the wall. Now I actually have to stand in the toilet to urinate, and I still miss it. That's what it's like to get old. So that's, if you're young and in the audience, I'm you if you don't OD in the next 10 years. That's all I'm saying. So get used to it. That's the way it goes. No, it's the way it goes. It's the way it goes with everybody. And when more things annoy you, the older you get. You ever notice why old people take such small steps? You don't know why. You just notice that they do. Well, I'll tell you why. It's not because we have arthritis. It's because your sphincters loosen up over time. You gotta take a small step, otherwise you're leaving a trail. Nobody wants to do that. You think it's fun? No, it's not. Just saying. You get annoyed by things. There's things you don't like anymore. There's things that you used to like that you don't like anymore. I used to, No, I'm just saying. Like, I can't stand bumper stickers anymore. I know it's a hack bit. Who cares? What does it matter? People think I'm old and decrepit anyway. I might as well do hack material. I'm driving down the street. I'd say, if you want to know if you're an asshole, okay? First, and you're in doubt about it at all, go out to your car, go behind your car. If you see a bumper sticker on it, you're an asshole. All right. You see the one where it says, if you can read this, you're driving too close to an asshole. They just didn't finish it. Anyway, what I'm saying is there's one one of the people who is here tonight has an absolutely beautiful dog. It looks like a beagle. It's probably not a beagle, but it looks like a beagle. And I've seen the bumper sticker that we've all seen. There's one for every kind of dog in the world. You know, my beagle is smarter than your honor student. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll give you that. Maybe your beagle is smarter than my honor student. But here's the thing. My honor student doesn't eat his own shit. I'm just different. You know? My honors student doesn't roll around on the floor and piss all over the place every time I come home because when I left this morning, he thought he'd never see me again. My honors student doesn't do that. The honors student doesn't hump a teacher's leg at a conference. He doesn't. Well, okay, he does that, but he doesn't do any of the other things. And I'm pretty sure it's a different problem. That's what I think. Sorry. See, you just get upset about anything. I'm driving down Colfax, one of the main drags in Denver, for those of you who are not from Denver. I see there's like a 94 VW Golf, completely rusted out, smoking from under the hood, and there's a bumper sticker on it that says, "Got Jesus" on it. I said, first of all, nobody got Jesus. Maybe the Romans. Other than that, you have Jesus, right? You incredible, illiterate fucking moron. Got a rubber donut for a tire. You know, tell you, I don't got Jesus, okay? Let's use your language, moron. I don't got Jesus, but I tell you what I do got. I got a coupon for 4-day tire. I can get another tire. Sorry, I got a little hostile. I apologize. It's just a thing that I do. I just get hostile. There's things. I'm glad that we're in a pandemic to a certain extent. I can only do this like sort of approximately because I don't have a mask on me. But you know, again, we'd go back to the age well. Why? Because I'm not getting any younger. And here's the thing. You put this over, look, like with the mask. Look, no, it's Silver Fox. Maybe, just maybe. Guy looks a little bit like, I don't know, a young Robert Redford if he takes it away. And I take it away and it's like, hey, get off my lawn. See, I just don't. I'm saying I don't like COVID. I don't like all the tragedy that's around it. But I have to say, if you can look a little better, you know, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. All right. I'm glad that I don't have to go into Starbucks anymore because I don't want to have to go to Starbucks. It's not that I hate Starbucks. It's just there's just weird shit going on in Starbucks. First of all, I've lost the sense of when you're an appropriate distance behind another human being because that's something you lose when you're an old man. You know what I mean? Like you're at, I don't know, you're at a supermarket, you're getting ready to check out, and all of a sudden you hear behind you. You turn around and like 1 inch from your face, there's some old guy clearing his throat like he's in his bathroom. Goes, oh, I'm sorry, was I standing too close to you? And I'm like, no, I was hoping somebody would zip my pants while I was waiting to pay for my groceries. Yes, yeah, please, could you get closer? Would you like me to take my pants down? Because there's something, never mind, sorry. See, I took it in the dark road and I didn't. So you wait in line praying that you're not going to be that guy who annoys the shit out of the guy in front of you. And you finally get up to the front and you get one of these baristas. They're just like relentlessly cheerful. I hate that. And they say the script, the Starbucks script. Hey, what can I get started for you, huh? What can I get started for you? Okay, all right, just take it easy, man. How about divorce proceedings? I'm trapped in a loveless marriage. Can you help me out with that? No? How about chemotherapy? I got a prostate the size of a cantaloupe. All right? Can you help me? No? All right, fine. I'll just take the latte then. Logan is the Logan. I'm asking you to believe. Logan and Heather. Those are my baristas the last time I was in there. They're not even people, they're LL Bean colors. There's one other type, you know, that's not the relentlessly cheerful. There's one other guy who's a barista. He's like 65 years old. He's, you know, tattoos everywhere. He's got a tattoo of a face on his face. He's got another one that he's just got the spray on that's on his shoulder still. You can see that, you know, it's like a devil skull with a cobra coming out of one of the eye holes, puking poison on the baby Jesus. Face is full of piercings. He's magnetic. My watch stops when I walk by the guy. I've seen less shrapnel on posthumous Medal of Honor victims. This guy's just got too much piercings. And then whenever the young guys leave, this guy is always there saying, hey, make good choices. He's a 65-year-old barista. What the fuck does he know about a good choice? Hey. Long weekend this weekend. Make sure you got enough dirty needles. I got some in the trunk of my car. The tiny VW Golf with the rubber donut for a tire. It's got a God Jesus sticker on the back. Just pop the trunk with your fist. It doesn't lock anymore. Just move the dead hooker. Right there. They're right there, the dirty needles, is what I'm saying. Hey, you gonna have sex this weekend? Don't let me catch you using condoms. Come on, roll the dice. You're young. By the time you get sick, they'll probably have a cure. I'm just saying that I have a little bit of trouble dealing with the modern world. I don't know who, I've got a lot of things that I could say, but this is a show it's for the young people. Sorry, that just amused me. Anyway, that was fun, and I had a really good time. And I think we should bring our next performer on. Chuck, do you have?
I do have a plan for who's next. She's very fun and very funny, and I'm searching desperately for her screen. I need her to start her video.
Maybe I offended whoever it is.
Right, like I said, Mike, flawless camera switching.
Yeah,
for old people who were just learning how to use the Zoom.
Yeah, I like the fact that you've been able to make me look not quite so technologically inept, and I appreciate that.
Right, I appreciate how you made us look comedically genius. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome another fun comedian. Here's Megan O'Neill.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Oh, all right. So, Chuck, just to remember, this was the Zoom dance.
Yes.
Okay.
Big light show and a huge number at the end.
Great. Okay, I did host the pregame here at my place, and yeah, I'm already tired. It's been too much. This place is a disaster. So many people have been coming out here just to come hang, but oh my goodness, look at this mess. As soon as he wakes up, he's gonna leave. All right, yeah. So yeah, just all these random shoes. Oh God, I don't know who lost their shirt. A leash?
That's mine.
Oh, Mike, come on, buddy. Come on.
I'm sorry.
All right, but yeah, we had to confiscate a lot of stuff.
That's my passport
here. No, it's a fake passport. We checked it. All right, hole punches mean you can't go anywhere. So be careful. The theme for the pregame was a clear winter night sky. That was supposed to be hanging on the light.
That's Van Gogh, isn't it?
Yeah. It made a nice little thing. I got lots of snacks here still. If you guys want to come over later, I guess.
Right, post game.
Yeah, post game. I got popcorn in the colander because I don't like it too small.
Right.
Right.
Just
we got some rice cakes.
I should mention the snacks are only for VIP customers. Balcony seating, no reaching over.
Oh yeah. Those VIP customers only. Lots of good stuff. Ignore the sink. Let's see. Yeah, I did have to confiscate a couple things. There's some really dumb kids here who were thinking that these would be like sedatives. It's very disappointing.
Canine ecstasy.
Yeah, right. They thought it was Xanax or something. I got these bottles. They were full. Don't worry. I took care of that. Got rid of the contraband inside the bottles.
Good. Oh, good.
All right. But yeah, I've just been having a doozy of a day already. These kids. Oh my gosh. Wait, I gotta start picking up the trash off the floor. Somebody's mask. That's never gonna be fun. Don't cough. Oh, and then I found, here's this little sticker. Breckenridge. That looks nice.
Right.
Oh shit. What? Guys. Oh,
Oh no.
that was like a terrible choice. Oh. All right. I guess I gotta go like figure out who that's for. I think I have an idea of who's got the creepy cousin. They were talking about it the whole night. Worried about them. But otherwise, it's been a great weekend. I've been looking forward to this dance. Yeah, gonna boogie down. I've been all stiff, just like sitting around with kids at school. Being 6'2", it's not easy to squat down to a 3-year-old's level. And I feel bad. So like, I put them down to nap, and I'm like, okay, like sleep tight, good night. And then I go to like stand up, and my knees crinkle.
Oh.
Just imagine their eyes just pop wide open again, terrified at that noise. Some insidious level stuff is terrifying. But yeah, I mean, it was nice just to, have a little adult time. Been talking to kids too much. I even excused myself at one point because I needed to go potty. I gotta. It's a party foul. I know. Yeah. But I did appreciate most of my friends were very on top of washing our hands. It was just a party foul. Everybody sneezing because of the smoke. Oh, go wash your hands. It's like, well, it was the smoke. No. Yeah, but I'm not saying like I don't like teaching preschool, but I have nightmares about my preschool kids. It's really bad. There was one night where I dreamt that one of my troubled kids was like dumping my antidepressants down the toilet. And oh God. Like I just see the pills just like getting shaken out of the bottle one by one going down, and like my brain is breaking as I'm watching it happen. Like I'm just overwhelmed, like how expensive that medication is, how painful, how rough the withdrawals are going to be. And then all of a sudden I just start hearing Prince's Let's Go Crazy. Oh, no one's safe now. I'm untethered. Thankfully, it was just a dream. But man, yeah, they come from somewhere, Whew. Yeah. A lot of those kids are in kindergarten now, and oh, Godspeed. I did the best I could. No, I didn't. I did not learn enough. Whew, okay. But yeah, I do love the kids. I mean, they'll have some very sweet moments. Like one girl came up to me, she said, "Miss Megan, you make my heart sparkle." She's like, oh. That just like had me like flying on cloud 9 for the rest of the week. And then, later that week, she's asking me some questions like, "Oh, Miss Megan, could you marry Miss Debbie?" I'm like, "Oh, my co-teacher? Yeah, if I wanted to, sure." Because look at me. I look great. I'm a 10. No doubt. No question. And so, yeah, she got really excited about that notion just because I think she's having some feelings, trying to work herself out, find herself. Great. Wonderful. I don't know how young it starts, but maybe it starts when you're 3. Like, good for her, Yeah, but then her mom brings her to school the next day. She's like, yeah, she was saying some really weird stuff to me. She said she wanted to have a sleepover where all her friends were making cookies and going out in the yard and then taking a bath together. Get it? we're all done. All done. We have to practice a little bit of sign language with the kids. This is all done. It's the only one I really know. So they gotta be mad at the kids. I'm just like, get that out of my, put it away. We're done. You know, when you're hanging out with somebody and you just kind of feel like you ran out of gas and you don't want to hang out with them anymore, but then they tell you they don't want to hang out with you anymore. Yeah, I think I'm picking up on these cues. I'm gonna go ahead and thank you so much for having me on. Thanks for enjoying the tour of Messy Apartment, and after party later.
Hey,
Awesome, Megan O'Neill.
hello.
To the after party.
Megan O'Neill,
everybody.
thank you for, I'm sorry, the party seemed to have gone well. That's all I can say. I don't know. You may not be thrilled with your own performance tonight, but you've got that party in your hip pocket, man. That's a memory. That's a memory to take you for a while, you know? Hey, we got a guy that just popped in. Chuck, I don't know if you saw my private message to you, but this is a gentleman that we've been exchanging some emails with for a little while, and I would really love to bring him on the stage right now.
Wow.
with his
Look at
comedy.
that. Just walk in, take the stage. That is the
Sorry,
latest
I'm so
rage. That's
sorry.
phenomenal. I
No,
love
it
it.
works.
I love it.
It
Let's
works like
have,
nobody's business, man. Speaking
Right.
of businessmen, he's a good businessman. I don't know. I'm just saying things now. Anyway, please welcome a comedian you may have seen on any number of television appearances that he's had all over the world, or shows that he's had all over the world. Please welcome, if you will, Alex Edelman, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Hi,
Damn,
guys.
yeah.
Hi. Am I coming? Megan, that was very funny. And I am sorry to just pop on stage. Is there a dog now? Is that a real dog? No.
Oh, it's my brother's dog. That's just my picture for when I'm messing with.
Spotlighted thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm only gonna try a few things. I'm gonna leave. I'm just having dinner, socially distanced dinner, with a friend who's a teacher, and she's part of a teachers union, and we were talking about how much teachers get paid, and she said something that I've heard a lot from her. She said, teachers should get paid as much as athletes in this country. And I think that that's true. But in exchange, I want a 24-hour news channel dedicated to the success and failures of those teachers. I want to turn on TSPN every single morning. I want to watch Teach Center for 2 hours, where two people who actually never, in fact, taught themselves criticize the performance of the teachers who are actually teaching that week. I want close analysis. I want second guessing. I want radio shows where Bostonians call in to complain about the teachers, even though they couldn't teach anyone if their lives depended on it. I want along the bottom of the screen of all the teachers who have been fired that week for sleeping with the kids. You're just like, oh, look, Florida again. Second time in a month. And most importantly, I want post-test interviews with teachers after the kids bomb a fucking math test, and there's a journalist waiting for them with a microphone, and they're just like, hey, Mr. Smith, it's a real tough day out there. What the hell happened? And he's like, oh, well, we prepared all week, but we just didn't execute. And it was a tale of two halves out there, which is, I mean, it was a fractions exam. It was literally a fraction. It gave 110%, but like I keep telling him, it's out of 100. You can only, you don't understand the actual, the weather wasn't great. It interfered with our solar powered calculators. and we're looking ahead at AP Bio next week. And the reporter's like, any truth to the rumor that you showed a movie on Tuesday and the kids lost focus? No further questions at this time. Thank you very much.
One question, bro.
Yeah. Yes. John Tortor. Oh, I sat next to a guy in a plane once who told me he was a professional poker player. And I love that professional poker players exist because that is the only vice where you can go pro at it. Alcoholic, the only way to go pro is to coach high school football. But if you're really, really good at gambling, the best way to Good Chuck, are you raising your hand? Do you coach high school football?
No, I'm just a professional alcoholic.
A professional alcohol. You never meet anyone. They're like, yeah, I bought this house and this car and this yacht because I'm just addicted to marijuana. And just really, I have a huge problem and it's paid off for me big time. And sometimes I go on TV and I smoke weed for a job. You met Doyle Brunson? He's a big pothead too. He's you. I can't think of anything else besides that for that premise. I wrote a joke at the beginning of COVID that here was the joke. I'm just gonna read you. One of my favorite things is when it's a real sports themed set for some reason, is when sports teams have nicknames that reflect something local that can kill you, like the Miami Heat, the Colorado Avalanche, and that's it. It's a bad premise. There are some teams where if they moved, like if the Brooklyn Cyclones minor league baseball team moved to Kansas, they'd be absolutely lethal. And if the Minnesota Vikings moved to England in the 1300s. That's what I've got. Okay, one more. Only just do one more and then I'll be out of here. But or maybe two. But there's a saying now that people are constantly saying all cops are bastards, and I think that's probably true. But I have a soft spot for horse cops. I have a soft spot for the idea. Cops ride horses down the street. Not like Centaurus, Mike, where you're half horse, half cop. What did you think I meant when I said horse cop?
Well, I just misheard cops. That's all.
Oh, okay, fine. What a great TV show that would be. I'm the good cop, he's the horse cop. And there's just like one cop and the other is just a horse, just with a cigarette and a hat and a badge. You know, he'd have special cop shoes. I don't know, but like I think that if you're a horse cop, part of you is like, well, I want to protect and serve the community, but I also want to put to use the 5 years of equestrian training that I have. Is there a job where I could combine that? Could I have a job where I am hated for the actions of the group that I'm a part of, but also spend a lot of time going, shh, shh, shh. Whoa, shh. I love being a cop, but if I had a partner whose nickname was Snuffles, is that a thing? I've been on the force for 27 years, me and this old boy. All he wants is carrots, and all I get, I don't know. I'm going nowhere fast with this bit. Let me see if I've got. I said to my girlfriend, we're in the supermarket, and I was looking at some flowers, and I was like, I love flowers so much. And she said sarcastically, why don't you marry them? Which is a funny joke on her part. Flowers are inanimate. But I would like to be at that wedding where I'm on one side of the aisle. I'm waiting underneath the canopy for my bride. And we never get that far because the flower girl comes down the aisle just throwing members of her family. It was really, really awful. Oh, I'm a partner of the academy, the dressage academy. That's a fucking tag. I'm gonna write that down. All right, guys. Thanks so much for letting me pop in and run my shit. And
Well, thank you,
Alex,
Alex.
gentlemen, ladies. and
Thank you,
gentlemen.
Alex. And please say hello to your very funny girlfriend.
I will. And I can't. I'm in a friend's apartment in their closet. Not kidding. I'm in their closet because I was over visiting a friend. But I would love to come back again, and I'll stick around and support the show in future instead of just popping in and out. I apologize for the
Oh, thank you, Alex.
of that.
Oh, we'd
Thanks for
love to
being
have you
here.
back.
Appreciate
And
it.
thanks for stopping in. That's a joy. That's
Oh,
what we're so happy you did. And
Oh, 100%.
enjoy your friends.
Thank you very much. I'll see what's the outside of this closet. But yeah.
Another round of applause for Alex Edelman.
Alex
ladies and
Edelman.
gentlemen.
Thanks, Mike. I'll see you tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll let you know. Bye.
Okay, hopefully both times.
Wow, everybody, Mike has friends. That feels good, right? Good job, Mike. That was nice. Thank you for arranging that, Mike. I think everybody figured out what a special treat that is. Emily, someday I'm going to take your name off the thank you sign every week. We're like,
I'm
thank you
so
so
glad I don't have to do anything. Right now.
Cornelius. And you must have to be like, what do I have to do? I planned out our thank yous and I just missed that. So either way, thanks to Judy Baxter. We appreciate you. Thanks for purchasing a VIP ticket. And we have another cool VIP, Mike, Hannah Einbinder. How do I say that, Mike? That I believe is a friend of
No,
yours.
The VIP, thank you for her being here for sure. Appreciate it. I don't know why that's
Right. I did that. I took care of one of your friends, and she hopefully will be appearing on Open Mic tomorrow. And all of our VIP guests today, thanks to Mike, you get to imagine this staying here. Mike, do you want to tell them all about, I assume this is just yet another family property?
Yes, this for those of you who don't know, I mean,
Is this where you guys
assuming there
go?
is even somebody who doesn't know this already. This is Sandringham Castle. It's one of the castles that belongs to the British royal family. I believe it is their Scottish estates, and it is, of course, massive. And I believe they called it a cottage or something like that. I can't help but notice somehow or another something has gotten stuck on their front pathway.
Yeah.
Look, if you follow the phallic tree in the front of the picture, you'll notice at the top of it,
Just
it
absolutely
emerged
reason
some
at all.
kind of emission, perhaps even a nocturnal emission from that tree, is a Kennedy Center award.
Right. You might be at the cottage and find yourself in need of an award for innovation in teaching. So we have that handy there just for you. So imagine staying at the cottage. Mike, I assume this is where you go just to spend the day thinking about where you're gonna go.
Yeah, if you can see the tower, the tallest one with the white one, tallest white one at the top.
I think you're
That
saying
is
to
the room the
right
queen goes
and
into
above.
when she screams Megan. And shakes her fists at the heavens.
Right.
Men, queens plan, and God laughs.
Right. Well, Mike, that is a generous treat. Thanks for letting everybody. The little Kennedy Center award.
Thank you. And, what do we have for the people in the balcony?
Mike, this is just one more VIP gift. For
Oh, well, good. This is
no
excellent.
reason.
You
We
can,
wanted to make sure they get dinner. So we got you this meal.
yeah,
I believe a tuna sandwich. And
looks an awful lot like Blintz's to me. I'll be honest with you.
Tuna cheese blintzes is what Chef
No.
Mark Scapone Who just said that? That just enjoy your tuna cheese blintzes, everybody. And Judy
Yeah.
Baxter is back. Must have stepped out, and she surely wanted to get here back in time.
You're out looking for Hannah.
Tasty tuna cheese blends. So enjoy your tuna cheese blends. And we should take a break from all of our gifts. Then we'll get to a sweet gift for the nice folks in the balcony. We haven't left you. We got something cool for you. But first, I want to make sure we take a moment during the show to highlight the coolest gift we have, which is time with Stacey Sanders from Elevating Connections. Hi, Stacey.
Hi, Chuck. Thank you.
The kids at home about what's coming up. Is, I believe, a birthday party. Can I ask you to chat eloquently about that and what you do at the nice Elevating Connections, please?
Absolutely. Yes. So one of the things that we do is we reunite siblings that have been separated in foster care. Because that's the thing. It happens in foster care, kids get separated for a variety of reasons. And so we're here to try and pick up those pieces and give them opportunities to spend time together, building that relationship. Because if you think about sibling relationship, if any of you have siblings, even if you don't like them, it is the longest relationship that we all have. And so it's the one that we build all of our other relationships on. And when we take that away from the kids who've already suffered trauma at the hands of their parents, we further compound the trauma that they've suffered. And so we're here to try and fix that or make it a little bit easier. And so what some of the things we do, we run a summer camp, we do connecting events. So I talked a little bit earlier about the one coming up in September. We're going to do one in October, which is the one that Chuck is talking about. Normally at our summer camp, we have a birthday party for the kids, but we couldn't do it this year because of COVID. Because that's the thing too, when they're separated, they don't always spend their birthdays together. And so we're going to do an outdoor birthday party for the kids. They get their own birthday cake as sibling groups. Because it's going to be near Halloween, they're going to do pumpkin decorating and all that stuff that kids do together as brothers and sisters. And we're going to sing happy birthday. You may cry. It's good times. But the kids are building memories together. And I have no doubt that through this great organization that Chuck leads with Colorado Comedy Shows, we'll be able to fund that one too.
I look forward to it, Stacey. I think what you do is super important. And, you know, everybody likes to get together with their family for their birthday and such. So, you know, it's nice that you're able to throw a birthday party for the kids. Folks, if you're watching on the YouTube, it's elevatingconnections.org is where you can go. You can go to elevatingconnections.org for more information. So tune in over there. And Mike, I think we should remind everybody that thanks to events like the ones we've done, the Poetry Jam, and you know the check we just wrote, and the more checks that are on the way because we have September bookings now, we've raised more money than we ever have for things like the Poetry Jam and such. So we're having a good year, and we're doing well with this. Way to go us, and way to go you folks for buying tickets. So general admission, I know we've been teasing you today, but don't forget, you also help Stacey do the cool thing. So I hope you're getting to feel really good about that. And enjoy this prize. We got you your own sandcastle, right? Our VIPs get to go to the big fancy castle. So for our general admission customers, just imagine owning this really cool sandcastle. So we're going to send that to you tomorrow. You'll get a photo of it and you can keep it forever in your heart and memory. You get this sandcastle. Mike, what was it like when you built that?
I don't know. Is that Stonehenge?
Almost Stonehenge. It's a little.
Oh, no. This, I don't remember what it was like to build that. The only castle I've ever seen like that wasn't a sandcastle. It was an actual castle. And the third turret from the left is where Guinevere met Galahad for the first time. And well, you know, we don't want to get into it.
Right. And if you go to the third turret on the right, that's where the kid who built the sandcastle had an accident. All right, Mike. We can send those really sweet gifts to everybody. You'll get that tomorrow. Check your email. And Mike, when we do this show every week, we got Emily Cornelius coming up with a really big finale for us. And week to week, we do get great comedy from the gang at Dear Comics at the Bar. If you are on the Instagram, like Mike and I, we're on Zoom, we're on Instagram, we invent them. Mike and I are thinking of buying TikTok. Either way, you get to watch things like Dear Comics at the Bar. We get to have entertainment every week from Stephen Young from very funny Dear Comics at the Bar. And I think you folks are going to enjoy his terrific comedy. So would you please welcome Stephen Young?
Hey, thank you.
Stephen.
Thanks, everyone. Hey, Mike, this one's for you. I don't know if you heard this. This was a headline that more and more people now are actually having sex in their 80s. This is true. The problem is they need to start in their 70s and they don't finish until their 90s. So for erections that last more than 4 decades, one should consult a mortician, is how So that was terrible, and I apologize. I'm excited though, because you guys have probably read about this. In Russia, they're actually giving out a COVID vaccine already, even though they haven't actually tested it the way you would normally test drugs. But Vladimir Putin says, don't worry, I've given it to my own daughter. And I'm thinking, that's not that comforting. You should see what our president does to his daughter. So, that one's funny because it's true. Here's another thing that's at least noteworthy. We planned or announced 2 Republican conventions that were supposed to take place next week. And instead, there are actually 2 hurricanes heading for the southeast portion of this country. And I feel like that's an even trade, to be honest. I don't know what other people think. But what I don't like is it's Hurricane Marco and it's soon to be Hurricane Laura, you know, and it doesn't really instill fear in me to hear, oh, Laura's coming, look out, you know, it's just not. I get that they name hurricanes in some sort of method that they've been doing for years. That doesn't mean it's right, though. I think we should give all hurricanes the same name. We should just name all hurricanes Fat Don Trump. Because if you named them that and then you heard, oh my God, Fat Don Trump is heading for the trailer park, people would panic. You know, people would take, women and children should take necessary precautions before Fat Don Trump arrives. People would react in the way that seems appropriate. You know, you'd hear the news and you'd understand it. Oh my gosh, Fat Don Trump is parked on the coast of Florida. He may make it uninhabitable for a time, and we would understand it, you know. You know, those of you who choose to hunker down when Fat Don Trump comes to your town should lay in a stock of plastic sheeting and duct tape. I just feel like that would be, I don't know, more prudent. You know, people ask, well, how did Fat Don Trump form? You know, and I would say, well, it's a phenomenon that was born out of a widespread depression. But we're hoping it will dissipate in November. So that's a meteorologist joke. I don't know if you enjoyed it. If you don't, draw a Sharpie around it and make it different. It's fine. That's how that works. I read another news story that was maybe more alarming, and it was a man shot and killed his wife. And no, that's not noteworthy. He shot and killed his wife with a cannon. And so I'm trying to think how that must have unfolded, you know? I mean, it's just like, oops. You know, what I'm thinking about this guy is he was not arrested. It was an accident. And so I'm thinking, this man, for whatever his shortcomings, he must be a smooth talker, you know. The police is there like, oh, you know, he was wearing a T-shirt with a big bullseye on it, and he's just saying, oh yeah, she just loves shopping at Target, you know. I mean, I'm thinking it was you should like hear about his first 2 wives, you know. Oh yeah, he just loved picnicking on the Big X. underneath where we hung the piano. Or the first wife was like, well, sure, yeah. I mean, these things happen. She just loved her toast in the bath. So what I'm saying is, I've been married for a while, and so if you come home, you know, and your spouse has a cannon, and you know, you might want to start asking some questions, or not even just a cannon, like anything he might have ordered from the Acme Corporation, you know, like a big pile of bird seed, you know, and some ball bearings and a magnet. You should probably ask a few questions, is all I'm saying, you know. Free marital advice. You didn't know if you'd get that on this show. So, Chuck, I had more, but with Emily as the headliner, I'm going to save it because it was truly awful, even for me. But thanks for letting me on the show. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Super funny. Stephen Young, everybody. Very fun.
Stephen Young. I think he deserves an audible round of applause. Audible round of applause. So unmute yourselves while you're playing.
Round of Applause is a book available on Audible, so so he gets the official Audible round of applause.
Complete box set of the television series Canon.
Hello.
It's a callback, folks.
Mike,
Those of you who are scoring at home.
Tonight, a theme had emerged in the planning of the show. I don't know that I, carried it out thoroughly in the execution, but I think here in the big finale, we might be able to get there. She's funny. She makes me laugh, and I'm glad to introduce everybody to our grand finale for the evening. Would you please welcome Miss Emily Cornelius, ladies and gentlemen. Emily Cornelius.
Hi, everybody. I'm super, super excited. I thought that I would do kind of a sketch concept, but also you're in it. So, and by that, I mean, I will be doing a Broadway Goes Britney Zumba class, Zoom class.
Whoa.
And so if you're not with me, we're going to be combining the techniques of both Bob Fosse and Britney Spears with a touch of Shakira.
Wow.
So if you could just give me a second to get mic'd up here. All right. Does everybody see this? Okay.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. Okay. Is everybody ready to
Oh my
work?
God. Oh my God.
Yeah. I do want to warn you for the second portion, we will be using our tap shoes. Get excited. Go crazy, but don't shave your head. We're going to be using strong movements, stronger than yesterday.
Yes.
I do see that my ex Justin, just in time, is here at the Zoom, and I do want to let you know, you're a womanizer. You're a womanizer, baby. You're a womanizer, Justin. You drive me crazy, and my kids are in the back seat. I'm going to take a break. We do have to do a quick change. This is where you also should be putting on your tap shoes. I want to tell you that I did not have these materials, and I went out and bought these things just for this performance. But the truth is, I put this together about 20 minutes before the Zoom call happened. And I just have all of these things in my closet. This Zumba class is a little bit different from last week's. I know I'm a different instructor. The last one, Amy, I know if you seek Amy, she's on in 2 hours. So don't hold it against me. Normally this is not my thing. Okay, everybody ready? Phenomenal. All right. Oops, I did it again. All right, just to repeat, we're gonna go hop, stop, delectful change, hop, stop, delectful change, 5, 6. Come on. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, but lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby. I want to thank all of you for just giving it your all. But that energy level was maybe like a 5. I mean, give me more. I am a slave for you, and this behavior is toxic. This song is about a girl.
Yes.
Named Lucky. Again, one more time, just to finish it out, finish our class. Come on. Eyes on the prize. Think about your children that you no longer have custody of. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. Watching the game. You know, and that was a circus. As you can tell, I'm not a dancer. I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. And I just kind of want to close this out by saying free Britney. And I blame Jamie Lynn Spears, her little sister who got pregnant while filming Zoe 101 for the downfall of her career. The two Jamies. Her dad, Jamie Spears, and her sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, not to mention her mom, who's been out of the picture, Lynn Spears. You follow? I do just want to thank everyone for bearing with me, and also especially my downstairs neighbors. I would like to give it back to someone who is not me.
Hey! Bravo, Emily Cornelia.
Yes, thanks. Pierre Roy. Apparently, he's decided to give it back to everyone that is not her.
Bonjour mes amis. Hey, what a wonderful show aujourd'hui.
Yes.
Merci tout le monde. Mike, I got a light show.
Yeah, I can see that.
in
So
honor
we
of-
should be up in their apartments discoing right now. Bringing back the 80s.
I just saw Emily's set.
Beret the hatchet.
Emily's set was such a motivator, and it really just, made me, like, out of nowhere, lights just sprung up. And that is virtual comedy. Like, how did she just light that Britney impression on fire so good that I have a light show here? Brava to Emily Cornelius. Look,
Welcome to the Vegas show.
Yeah, we made magic happen here. Tonight we did something good for elevating connections, and then on top of it all, somehow Emily Cornelius got us into the virtual lighting stratus.
Got our feet moving.
So
I had my camera off for a minute there because I couldn't stop my happy feet from moving. And I have a little bit of a persona that I'm trying to work on, and I don't want it to be messed up by everybody watching my sick moves.
Right. Well,
I think we should thank all the comedians tonight except the one that drove off our a guest, and that would be me. I don't know why or how, but somehow I managed to alienate one of our people while I was on stage, and all I can
Oh.
say is, I'm sorry.
right. I apologize. For your lack of sensitivity when it comes to comedy, Mike. I'm gonna put you in training for the week.
I heard that laugh, Cornelius.
Right. We're the ApocaLips Comedy Show. We're brought to you by Colorado Comedy Shows. We definitely want to say thank you. And the Cool Light Show is going to hang out all the way until after. If you've never been to our show before, we'll walk you through the exit. We'll take you to your car because the neighborhood isn't safe. And then we do have a little sing-along. And Mike doesn't know the words, but we don't allow the YouTube people to see that. So YouTube, you get to see, this is the end. You see a few people.
This
cruise
is
out.
Heather from the Starbucks on
Right.
the extreme left.
And there's Logan.
Yes, that's Logan.
Right.
Now called
It's,
Logana.
right. Thank you, YouTube.